All right, so first you need to open up Photoshop. I just do a search on Windows. If you hit the Windows button and then you start typing Photoshop, it'll pop up. Finding a new document. I like to use the print size document. It's the size that comes out of a printer, so any printer on campus. I'm changing the resolution here to 150. It's about all you need for this. It'll just make a smaller file than 300 dpi. So we cut these out, and I think on the other document you guys had the drawings JPEG, which is visible here. I just did it a different way, so I drag and drop them into Photoshop. They should already be in your Photoshop file. And then I've also got to resize these because I just did that. So I click Shift, or I hold Shift and then click that bottom. It selects all of those items that are in a row there. I do free transform, and I'm just free transforming all of them at the same time. So there you go. And then I also hold Shift while I'm free transforming, and that keeps them a square. So now what I'm going to do is put each of my designs in its own group. You'll know why this is necessary later. But essentially each of these groups, I'm going to create multiple files inside of this little folder called Group 1, and they're just going to be copies. So there we go. Control J, hit V, move it over, Control T, okay, and then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees up here by clicking on this little angle symbol. Rotated my -90, so you can do -90 if you want. I'm going to select both layers by holding Shift or Control. Duplicate layers, yes. And then I'm going to duplicate or merge both of those layers I just duplicated. Cool. Now I need to Control T, and I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees to make a square. Cool. And then I hit Enter to accept that. I am then going to click the other layers. I'm going to duplicate all 4. You can actually, in this newer version of Photoshop, you can actually copy paste multiple layers like that. If you're using an older version, you may have to do something slightly different. You'll have to use the right click function, but this is just to get you in the habit of seeing that you are duplicating these, duplicating all of them, and then merging all of them, and then just moving them after that. Cool, and there's your pattern. So you do it a couple times, and now you've got your pattern. So this is one pattern. I'm kind of moving it around there with the arrow keys, which is kind of nice, just to get it in position. The last thing I'm going to do is right click and duplicate this group. And then I'm going to merge this group. So what that's going to do is essentially put my pattern on one layer. So there we go, Group 1 copy. In a later video, I'm going to show you guys how to save these as individual files. But right now, all of this stuff lives in one Photoshop file, which is what I want you to have. Okay, and you'll continue doing all this stuff. You're going to do it to Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. I'm just adjusting this this final Group 1 copy just to kind of fill up the page that gets printed off, so that it makes a nice, clean print off. The rest of this video is just going to be me going through this process again with this Group 2 design.